All right, so we're here at the Haynes Ferry Terminal. We're about to board. I think this is our 5th sailing on the ferry this trip, and it is going to take us to our next destination. But we are leaving Haynes very happy, and we spent 3 days watching grizzly bears in the river fishing for salmon. It's been pretty awesome. All right, our boat just arrived, and that means farewell Haynes. We've had a blast here.
Catherine, Peter.
That's us.
Good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're about to get on the Hubbard and we're off. All right, so we're on the ferry here on the car deck. Check out this thing. It is like a massive parking garage. All these vehicles just line up in here and we'll pull in one way and usually leave another. So there's a door here in the front of the ship and there's another one over here on the other end. And that is gonna allow these cars just to drive right through and super easy and fast loading and unloading.
The Alaska Marine Highway System got 2 new ships in 2019 and the Hubbard is one of them. And it is so clean and nice. Come check out the stairwell. Look how big it is. I'm not squeezing through a door. This is amazing. I can't wait to see what the rest of the ship has. Look at the cafeteria. It is so nice.
It's one of the newer boats in the fleet, and it shows. This thing is gorgeous inside and out. All right, Haynes, thank you so much. This place is awesome. We've really enjoyed being here. We've enjoyed seeing the bears. Haynes has got to be one of the best places to come and see the bears on your own, where you don't need a guide or an airplane. You can drive right to Chillicoot State Park and you can be right at the bottom of the lake where the river flows out and the road goes right along the river. You can just drive right up and have your own bear experience. It's really awesome. All right, we're here on the Hubbard ship. This thing is amazing. We're here on one of the sun decks. We're about to take off. We're super excited about this ferry ride. Finally quit raining and now we have beautiful weather, great clouds, and we can actually see this scenery from the water in Alaska. The best way to explore Alaska, I think, is with your Revel van on a ferry ship. It gives you the best of both worlds. Good morning, Alaska. We are here at the Mendenhall Glacier Recreation Area, just outside of Juneau. And we rolled in here late last night on the ferry. We are in a beautiful place. I'm hearing seagulls and eagles at the same time. So last night we stayed here in this little parking lot. There was a lot of van life going on here. There were some RVs parked in another parking lot. But there's not a lot of camping options around Juneau right now. It seems like we're kind of here at the off season. Can kind of work to our favor because we kind of prefer to stay in places like this and not in a big campground. But if the forecast is right, it is another rainy day here. We'll see. You know, our time here in Southeast Alaska is proven to be really rainy, and the forecast is looking like the same. All the 10-day forecasts of everywhere we're going look like rain, rain, rain. I'm getting a little tired of the rain, but look at this place. It is beautiful. You hear that little whirl that our van sounds like it has a jet engine in it and it's about to take off? Well, that's our Timberline heater. It pulls diesel out of the fuel tank and basically allows us to have heat while we're parked. Super efficient, and I love that I don't have to chase around propane or fill anything extra up other than keep the van full of diesel, which I'm gonna do anyway. All right, we're walking over to the lake, which is right across from where we parked last night. This lake is beautiful, and the glacier is right up here, and it is amazing. This is a really cool spot. Wow, there's actually icebergs in the lake.
There's icebergs. We might have to paddle over to those. I wasn't expecting icebergs.
This is the Mendenhall Glacier right here. If you come to Juneau, you definitely want to come up here and check this out. There's a giant waterfall across the lake. It is just gushing. They've had so much rain here lately. I'm sure it's running larger than ever. The glacier is right here. And last time we were here, we took our sea kayaks and we paddled all the way to the toe of the glacier. We got out, we put on our mountaineering boots, we got our ice axes, our crampons, and we were tied into a rope, and we explored the glacier. And it's a really neat thing if you've never been on a glacier. Getting up there and being able to walk around on it is really awesome, but it's also really dangerous. Things can fall on you and you can fall into crevasses. So it's not to be taken lightly if you guys want to go and explore that and you don't have mountaineering background. There's outfitters here in Juneau that can take you up on the glacier, give you a great experience, and make sure you stay safe while you're doing it. So anyway, what a great morning waking up here at the Mendenhall Lake, Mendenhall Glacier. And today is just simply a prep day. We're going to be getting ready for our next ferry leg that we leave on tomorrow. All right, let's go to town. Let's get our town stuff done, do our shopping, get filled up on fuel, whatever else we need to do.
Time to do some adulting.
You're probably thinking breakfast.
I am thinking breakfast. How'd you know?
Welcome to downtown Juneau. We're here, and it's kind of very much a downtown area. We haven't been to anywhere like this in months. And there's a cruise ship here, so there's lots of people. When the cruise ships roll in, this place is busy. When the cruise ship isn't here is actually the time to be here, because then you have the whole place to yourself. But let's check it out.
Said that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word.
All right, it's pretty interesting when the biggest building in town isn't a building, it's a boat. Look at this thing, it is massive. Now these little Alaskan towns, as far as what I've experienced, they just swell when a cruise ship pulls in. There's like sometimes more people get off the cruise ship than there are people in the town in some of the smaller places. Here in Juneau, there's a major economy around this, and it's kind of interesting. It definitely has a feel of like, you know, I'm from Colorado, so I think of like Breckenridge and Winter Park and a lot of the ski resorts like Vail, who have all the stuff that caters towards the tourists that come. And then you get off into the mountains, little towns like Ouray and Lake City and Buena Vista and places like that that are more, I think of as real Colorado. And it's the same thing here. You know, you've got this cruise ship economy and all the gift shops that accompany that you don't see in all the other parts of Alaska. So kind of interesting, but it's also, we've been out in the woods, we've been in some pretty wild and remote places, and it is kind of fun to come in here to Juneau, go in the gift shops, look in the galleries. You know, there's a lot of neat stuff here as well. All right, that was a fun little distraction. Downtown Juneau, lots of cool shops, lots of good food. And now we're gonna get ready for our next leg. We gotta go over, hit the grocery store, get fueled up, be ready to go super early tomorrow. Our time here in Juneau is all about getting things done. You know, we've been bopping around, covering a lot of ground, and today is kind of like what we call domestic day. It's like do laundry, get fuel, get groceries, get all geared up for our next leg, which we're gonna take off on the ferry early tomorrow morning. But part of being efficient, and when we're in a town like this and we're getting groceries and all that, is grocery store sushi. I know that might gross some of you guys out, but it's actually not that bad. It's very economical. Kathy and I can share one of these little flats, and it's a pretty good lunch. So here we go. We're eating grocery sushi here at the Juneau Marina, and next stop will be some showers. All right, we're here at an awesome little campground right outside of Juneau. We are gonna go take showers here. For $5 a person, they'll let you go in and use their shower facilities, which is really great. All right, we're in another ferry terminal parking lot. We're gonna spend the night here because we have to board our ferry at 5 a.m. tomorrow. That's gonna come really early, and it is gonna be really nice to be right here and ready just to jump in line. So we'll see you guys bleary-eyed and first thing in the morning tomorrow on our ferry ride to, you'll have to wait till then and we'll tell you where we're going.
Did I knock your eyes out? Last night we slept in the ferry parking lot, and about halfway through the night the van started rocking from the wind. I mean, like, so much wind. And when we checked the weather this morning, this is what we saw. It looks like a hurricane out in the Gulf of Alaska. So we are about here and we're going about 5 hours there. Hopefully the ferry ride today will be smooth sailing, but I don't know. This could be a wild ride.
And we're headed to Gustavus. Gustavus is going to be a new location for us. We've never been there before. We honestly are going into it and we don't even know a ton about it other than a great place to access Glacier Bay. But it turns out all the tour operators and really all the businesses have shut down for the season. So it's going to be really interesting when we get to Gustavus to see if there's anything even for us to do. I bet it'll be beautiful. If nothing else, we'll have a good time camping and exploring. We'll know this afternoon. We're driving on the LeConte. This is a boat that we were on last time we were here in 2016. It's good to be back. Must be low tide. We are going down a pretty steep ramp.
And a little bit more this way, just a little bit.
All right, here we are on the LeConte. We're parked really tight to a big truck. Well, it's kind of a gray and cold and somewhat damp morning here, but we are aboard the LeConte and we're about to take off. The crew was lashing down all the vehicles in the ship, and that's never a sign for a smooth passage. There is this weird circular storm going on in the Gulf of Alaska. There was a lot of strong winds here last night. We'll see how that affects this journey. Luckily, this is a short trip. This is only about 4 hours from Juneau to Gustavus, and we'll see. I don't think it'll be too bad. All right, we're just pulling into Gustavus. We're here early in the day, so we have a lot of time left today to explore. Well, here we are. We made it to Glacier Bay National Park. We're super stoked. This place is very lush. Instead of grass growing in a lot of places, there's thick, thick moss. But we're going into the visitor center and we're gonna see what's going on and what we can do here.
Uh-oh.
Is it locked?
This is not good. It is locked up tight. Huh. I've never been to a visitor center that's all locked up in the middle of the day. We may be too late.
Okay, so we're here at the visitor center, and I think it's also the lodge. We can see in the glass, and there is big couches and tables, and they all have, looks like sheets over it all. Looks like this place is mothballed for the season. Let's go see if we can find somebody here that can tell us what to do. So we're here, we want to explore, check this place out. It's gonna be kind of weird if everything's closed.
The good news is the forest is open all the time. I've got some good hikes that I want to check out.
Well, it has been an interesting day in Gustavus, and not for the normal reasons. We have gone around everywhere, including the national park, and almost everything is closed. Now it is Sunday, so we're looking forward to tomorrow and seeing how things change Monday morning. I think there'll be a few more restaurants and the gas station and other things will be open, but it really feels like we have missed our window for here. Everyone is saying that the tourist season is over. All the tour companies have closed up. A lot of those people don't even live here. They've gone off to wherever else it is they live. And there's not a lot going on. We're hoping to go to Glacier Bay, see the giant glaciers and the icebergs. All the boats that run out there are no longer operating. The only place we found to camp here is this little park that's right by the ferry terminal, and it actually has a sign that says no camping. There's not a lot of options here. There's looks like one campground in town, and it's closed for the season. There is a national park campground, but it's set up for tents only. They said that we are welcome to camp there for free, but we had to stay in their tent. We could not stay in our van, even though we would have parked our van in the parking lot there, not 100 yards from where we would have to pitch a tent. That seemed kind of backwards, that, you know, we have our van and they want us to hike into the woods and stay in a tent. And there is nobody there. Like, it is just the park staff, and that's about it. We're figuring it out, and we'll see what we learn tomorrow. All right, good night, guys. All right, well, the sleepy town of Gustavus has woken up here Monday morning. There's actually a few stores open, and we're going in here in this little cafe and gonna have lunch. So maybe all is not lost.
We just had lunch at the Fox's Den here in Gustavus, and this is a super cool thing for this community. It's a student-run restaurant, and so there's an adult that kind of oversees and runs the entire restaurant, and then students come in throughout the day and they help with the entire operation of the business. And on top of that, it serves as an internet resource where people from the community can come in and have free internet 6 days a week. This is a really great idea and a great use of resources in a really small coastal community here in Alaska.
All right, we're here at Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve, and yesterday was kind of a hard day here with the rain and the cold and the wind, but today has been much better. It's just been a few little sprinkles, and we've been out here wandering around. We went on a short hike. We've seen 2 porcupines today and a sea otter. So that's been really good. And tomorrow we get back on the ferry and we're going on an extra long ferry ride, which is kind of funny because it took us 4 hours to get here and it's going to take us almost 12 hours to get back to Juneau. We're going to head into town and maybe grab another bite to eat and see the last few things in town that we wanted to see, and then we're going to be ready to jump on the ferry in the morning. Hello, Gustavus, Alaska. Look at this. The sun is out. Beautiful here. But it's still pretty wet because it did rain quite a bit last night. But the sun is out. I think I can see Mount Fairweather. And it's kind of a well-known mountaineering objective. But it's cool to see it, not cloaked in clouds. All right, it's amazing how a little sunshine can make you feel better and give you energy. And we are gonna go back a mile or so into town, try to get our last little bit of enjoying Gustavus in before we have to jump on the ferry here at almost 11 o'clock. So let's get after it. We got a lot to do. Check out these gas pumps. These actually are still in operation. We're here in the Gustavus Dre Petroleum Museum, and there's some interesting stuff in here. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. I remember this as a kid, and this is this mobile mileage calculator, I guess. And so you spin this around here, and I'm gonna put it on Denver, and then here, as you see it, the numbers will change. See that in the hole? And then we've got Denver is marked as 0, but then it tells you the mileage. So 101 to Cheyenne, 400 Ren to Rapid City, South Dakota. And I'll change it to Cheyenne, and then it puts a 0 in Cheyenne and gives you the corresponding mileage. Pretty cool, old school technology, pre-smartphones, and people had some pretty ingenious ways to figure stuff out quickly. I like it. All right, we're leaving Gustavus, and we're gonna have a 12-hour ferry ride between here and Juneau. But the cool thing is we're going to Pelican on the way, which will have a little layover there. I think we're gonna have time to get out, walk around, check out the little town of Pelican, and then blast all the way back to Juneau. All right, we're on the ferry and we're parked. All right, I feel like we've done this before. We're back on the LeConte. All right, this is probably my favorite thing to do on the ferries, is riding on the bow or in the back and taking in the views. This is so incredible. We're coming into Pelican, and now we're coming in through this tight constriction, and the waves are crashing, and it's gorgeous. I think this is as good as it gets on the ferries, is getting to see the stuff that you can't see from the roads or anywhere else. Alaska is huge and awesome. I think we're about to duck into this cove, and then it's going to take us to the little village of Pelican. All right, we're pulling into the village of Pelican. This is kind of just a layover, it's just a stop on our way back to Juneau. I get to visit just another cool place in Alaska. So this is great. We're gonna have about an hour or so to get off the boat and go walk around. All right, we're on the ground in Pelican, Alaska. So we're gonna go for a little walkabout here and just see what there is to see and check out the town of Pelican. Lots of batteries. I bet most people here are living off the grid, so batteries are key. Ooh, look at all the computers and toilets. Okay, it looks like going this way, we have the post office, city hall, church, general store, health clinic, and the cafe. Going this way, we have the school, the river, and the tide flats. Let's go to the general store, check that out. That sounds kind of fun. Ooh, this has a cool boardwalk. It's kind of like Ketchikan without the cruise ships. I think I like it better. Well, here's the Pelican Public Library. Isn't this cute?
Come here. Look, a pirate's guide to first grade. I love that.
It says welcome to Pelican, population 60-ish. Pretty cool place. This is fun. All right, we are going in the Pelican General Store. Let's See, this should be amazing. Brand new, the woman who owns it was telling us, this is the only store in town. These people went 15 years without a store here. There is now a laundromat that has showers, there's a library, and now a cafe. So Pelican is going big time. This is the smallest first-class town in all of Alaska, which I think that means that they have modern amenities, but it is a really interesting place, and you can only get here on the ferry or taking a float plane or some sort of boat. This is a really neat place, and I'm so glad that the ferry brought us here, kind of on accident. We didn't even plan to come here. It just happened to be a ferry stop, and we have enough time to get off and explore Pelican. All right, Pelican, this place, all the buildings are built on stilts here. They're down here over the water. All right, we're back to the ferry. It was so cool exploring Pelican. What a gem of a little village this is. Really neat to get to see how these little coastal villages operate and get a glimpse into people's lives here. But we're back on the ferry, and now we got a long haul to Juneau. I want to thank our Patreon family. You guys are awesome. You guys are listed right here. Thank you so much. You keep us inspired, and you get us out here and give us the motivation to make these videos and to share this with the world. Also, I'd like to say, please hit the like and subscribe button. It means a lot. It really helps our channel grow, and it is growing fast. And we appreciate that because that is entirely from you guys. And thank you so much. And where are we gonna be next week? Well, I don't know. You're gonna have to tune in and find out. We'll see you Friday at 5 Central. But until then, I hope I see you somewhere over the horizon. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.